Latinas are playing a major role in New Jersey. We will meet one of those powerful ladies in the show, and we'll also provide information on the Hispanic Heritage celebrations taking place in Cumberland County. It's all this week on Latino Motion.
Choose quality, value, distinction. Choose Stockton.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation, and Stockton University. This edition of Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is brought to you by the HD Studios at the campus of Stockton University. Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, healthcare you can believe in. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas. Welcome to Latino Motion, a weekly interview show highlighting issues impacting New Jersey's Latino community while advancing understanding of Latino cultural heritage and contributions to our society. And here is your host, Bert Lopez.
Buenos dias, and thank you for joining us today. In New Jersey's political scene, Latinas are playing a major role. One of those Latinas is the Deputy Mayor of Newark, New Jersey, the Honorable Jacqueline Quiles. Jacqueline, welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you for the invitation, Mr. Lopez. It's so great to see you.
And I know we've known each other for many years,
Yes.
at least well over 10 years. And
Yes, remember? We got together again when we were both, I was the godmother and you were the godfather for the Puerto Rican parade in Atlantic City.
That's right.
It was really nice.
I also had the pleasure to attend one of your events in Newark, New Jersey.
Yes.
But you now have a new role. Obviously,
Yes.
you were involved with the parade up in Newark for many, many years. And now you are the deputy mayor. So that's a big deal.
It is.
In the city of Newark, one of the biggest city in New Jersey.
It is the biggest city in the state.
Tell me a little bit of how this came about.
Well, I was born and raised in the city of Newark. I was involved in the Puerto Rican parade for 22 years. Oh. First, I was the queen, the beauty queen in 1992, but then I loved the culture and I loved what the parade was doing at that time. So I was able to run the pageants after I was the queen. Then I became the public relations, a delegate, and then I decided to run for president, and I was the president for 6 years, 6 años, for the statewide parade. And the parade gave me all the experience with the community, and I was able to land this great opportunity thanks to Mayor Ras Baraka that gave me the opportunity of my life to be the deputy mayor of community engagement.
Tell me a little bit about what that entails. And obviously, this is a big responsibility.
It is.
And it's like you said, the biggest city. We know Newark because of the airport. We know Newark, where immigration offices
Yes.
and many from South Jersey travel to Newark.
We have the NJ Pack, we have the Prudential, we run the best concerts in the state of New Jersey. Newark is a great city, and we welcome every immigrant, especially now with all the work that Mayor Ras Baraka is doing. We welcome every immigrant. We have a new ID. It's called the Newark ID, Municipal ID, and it doesn't matter your status. Legally, you could get this ID through the city of Newark as long as you are a resident in the city. And what I'm doing, I'm working.
Let's just backtrack that a little bit, because I know that's been a big issue for many undocumented. Just the ability to be able to open up a bank account has been an issue, being able to
report accident when they get robbed or if something happened. They don't report when they're abusing their house because they're scared to call the police officers and report the crime because they don't have an ID to show who they are. So this ID is going to help our community to come out of the shadows, and I'm very happy about that. This is why I'm doing this big event, which is a Latino festival, and we're going to educate our community with all the great projects Mayor Ras Baraka and his team is doing to help the Latino community.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your engagement and your role now, your new role. So tell me a little bit what your responsibilities are in the city.
Well, I'm the bridge from the Latino community to the administration. Sitting with the mayor and telling him the problems that are happening in our community. This is why on July 31st, we're gonna have an event that is called Latinas for Baraka. We're gonna have a one-on-one with the mayor, and a lot of powerful Latinas from the city are gonna be there talking about issues that impact the Latino community. And we're all gonna learn, and we're all gonna talk, and we're gonna make changes, and we're gonna help our community.
So Newark, under the leadership of the mayor and yourself, really become proactive
Yes.
in terms of not only reaching out to the community, but also finding what the needs are, such as
Yes.
the ID
Yes.
idea. Obviously, in New Jersey, we still don't have the driver's license for undocumented.
Exactly.
And I know some legislators are actively working on that. Tell me a little bit about what has changed over the years in Newark. And I know Newark has not always been painted in the best picture. And you mentioned some of the things that are happening in Newark with the PAC, the entertainment center that's taking place there, and your open arms to immigrants. But tell me a little bit about what other things are taking place in Newark.
Well, the great thing is that we walk in the street, we talking to neighbors. We have this project that the mayor created, it's called Occupy the Block. Every week, 3 times a week, we go and we close a block and we knock on doors and we talk to the neighbors and we ask them what's going on in their block, what's your concerns, what needs to be changed. So we in contact communication with the community. That's one of the great things we're doing. And we are going to continue to work with crime, education, immigration, development. Newark, it's a great city. It's changing, and Mayor Ross Baraka is doing a great job.
And I know you have 2 great mayors that you're friendly with. One, obviously, the mayor of Newark, but you also with Delia Diaz with the city of Puerto. She was here on the show.
Oh, she was.
Not too long ago.
Great.
And
Well, yeah, I used to work for Mayor Diaz. I used to run all the events for the city of Puerto. And Mayor Diaz, well, Puerto, it's mainly all Latinos there. And she made history, and I helped that campaign too. She became the first Latina Puerto Rican mayor in the United States, something that we are very proud.
so one of the things you're touching upon was your engagement early on, and I know as a youth you were involved politically and civically with all these different events, community events as well politically. Tell me a little bit about why you think it's so important to
get involved.
Get that message to our youth.
Because it's good to get your education, but it's also to get involved in the community. You learn a lot when you're involved in any nonprofit organization, and especially when you are helping, because the Puerto Rican Parade also help educational. We have a lot of projects. We show kids about music, about culture, and we learn how to work the political. We help to empower Latinos to run for office. And because of the parade and all the work I did through the years, that's why now I'm able to help the community, but now in a different way. Now I'm the deputy mayor, and what I'm gonna do is gonna open doors for the new Latinos and continue to work with the Latino community and for all the community, because I serve not only the Latinos, I serve all the residents from the city of Newark.
This is great information. We want to pick up and talk a little bit about the big event that's taking place in August in the city of Newark.
August 2nd.
And it is an event that's open to everyone. So we want to discuss that in a little more depth. So we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. We're back with one of the powerful Latinas in an important leadership role in New Jersey, and that's the Deputy Mayor of Newark, New Jersey, the Honorable Jacqueline Quiles. Jacqueline, we in the first segment talk a little bit about how you got to be where you are, and one of the big events that you're spearheading is taking place in August. Tell me a little bit about that big event.
Well, we are uniting for the first time all the Latin community in the North Fork in Newark. And we're going to have the first Latino festival in the city of Newark, which is going to be great because we're working with Puerto Ricans, Ecuadorians, Dominican, Peruvians, every nationality is going to be there. It's going to be on August 2nd. It's going to take place in Bloomfield Avenue from Lake Street all the way to Clifton Avenue.
So you're taking up the city.
Yes, one of the major avenues from the city. We are going to celebrate our Latino roots.
Yeah.
And we're going to start at 12 o'clock. And guess how we're going to start? We're going to start with the unveiling of a mural for Roberto Clemente.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And the show time will start at 12:30. We're going to have live bands. We're going to have music. We're going to have Latin food. But we're also going to have a segment of educational piece. We're going to have insurance companies. We're going to have the Hispanic law enforcement.
And by insurance company, you're talking about the healthcare,
Yes,
basically.
healthcare.
We know that in New Jersey, there's been an underrepresentation, if you will, participants in the Affordable Care Act, and we need to do things like this to engage the community so that they could sign up.
Insurance, we already have confirmed Horizon, WellCare, United Healthcare, and AmeriGroup, which all the companies are going to be there. We're also going to have the Hispanic law enforcement and the Hispanic firefighters giving out 5,000 applications for any Latino that would like to join the force. We're also going to have the main important thing is the immigration table. We're going to educate our community to get the Newark ID, and we're going to have about 10 councils from different companies, from different countries to give out information and to help our community to come out of the shadows. We're also going to have a section of classic cards, show and bicycles, and it's going to be a lovely family event.
And there's also going to be entertainment as well.
Yes, we're going to have live bands from different countries.
So you're going to have a little bit of salsa, a little bit of
merengue, a little bit of cumbia, a little bit of samba.
And hopefully some Mexican as well. And
Yes, we will have Mexican music also. We're inviting all the communities, the Latin community, to be part and celebrate our culture, our music, our food, and also get educated with all the great programs the city is going to have there and educate the community. We're also going to have different programs from the city that are going to be there giving out information so the community could learn about what we're doing in housing, what we're doing in recreation, and what we're doing in all the different departments from the city of Newark.
now this is open to everyone in New Jersey, correct?
Everyone in New Jersey is welcome to come and enjoy the Latin Festival.
And who knows, some people may like Newark and with this lack of opportunities elsewhere. So certainly if there's opportunities that could be found, it looks like the city of Newark is being progressive and opening its doors to the immigrant community.
Yes, we are. We're opening the doors to immigrants, and we want them to come out of the shadows, get educated, and take advantage of all the great opportunities we're offering to Latinos.
Now, that's changing gears, but changing gears a little bit. One of the challenges that we see in New Jersey leadership for the Latino community is that we see a lot of the Latinas taking the lead role, such as yourself, in terms of leading politically. Tell me a little bit about what your sense, why Latinas are stepping up and we're not seeing as many men, Latinos, getting engaged politically.
Because Latinas usually run their house. Latinas are always in charge. We prepare and we go for it. We're not afraid. And this is how Latinas are taking the opportunity and running for it, and they're making a difference in the political world.
And certainly, they certainly are, and certainly here in New Jersey, we're seeing more of that, which is it's a good thing. And also, you're uplifting the community. Latinas are nurturing, and certainly nurturing the Latino community is what we need. Now, just going back to some of the things that you are involved in. You don't only represent the Latino community.
No.
Tell me a little bit about other things that are happening in Newark and how you're engaging the rest of the community.
Well, the mayor and I, we do Occupy the Block, and what we do, we go to the neighborhoods 3 times a week, and we knock on doors and we talk to the neighbors, and we ask them what's going on in your block, what's happening here, what can we do to better our city, what's your input, give us more information. And we go and we do this block by block in the city, and we educating ourselves too, and helping the community and fixing the problems in each community.
Now, obviously, in your city, you're opening up the doors and you're doing a lot of outreach. There are many communities that aren't doing that. What advice do you give to those Latinos who want to get involved in other towns? What advice do you give them about them being proactive and reaching their politicians and seeing how they could get engaged in their community?
They have to go to the city hall and get involved in programs and different organizations, nonprofit organizations in their community, and see how could they help if they into arts, if they into social service, whatever it is that you want to get involved. Just knock on doors, and anybody could help the community if they want to.
But the bottom line is that in many towns, even if they're not proactive towns, you could certainly make the reach. You could certainly take the lead in terms of being able to go and approach your political leaders to see how you could help and get engaged.
Yes, anybody. And get involved. I mean, I got involved when I was 16 years old. I was very lucky to find an organization that showed me how to be a leader and showed me how to help the community. And Mayor Ross Baraka gave me the opportunity to become the deputy mayor. And now I'm opening doors to the Latinos and to all the residents of Newark, educating them, and we're moving the city forward.
Well, you're a great example for the rest of the state, and thank you so much for joining us here on Latino Motion.
Thank you for the
And
invitation.
I'm sure we'll have you back.
I will be here.
Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with our next guest. We'll be right back with more Latino Motion.
Latino Motion with Bert Lopez is presented by Latino Motion Public Affairs Media, a New Jersey nonprofit corporation. Join us online at www.latinomotion.tv. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. We encourage your comments and contributions for show topics.
Mi nombre es Xiomara Rodríguez, soy Miss Puerto Rico y los invitamos al Festival Puertorriqueño del 20 al 26.
Hello, my name is Ismarie Rios. I'm Condesa of Puerto Rico 2015. We invite you to the Puerto Rican Festival of July 19th through 26th. The 26th is our Puerto Rican parade starting at 1 in Landis Avenue, Vineland, New Jersey.
Welcome back to Latino Motion. A family tradition in the city of Vineland is the annual Puerto Rican Parade and Festival that is keeping the rich traditions of Puerto Ricans alive there in Cumberland County. Today we have the president of the parade and as well as his daughter, Jennifer Negron and Nilneris Negron. I call you Leo. Welcome to Latino Motion.
Thank you.
And we saw leading off the show the young ladies who happen to be the queen and La Condesa for the parade. And Jennifer, I'll start off with you because I know you're responsible for coordinating the whole pageant, everything that was involved. Tell me a little bit about who participated and when the event took place.
Well, the event took place on Sunday, June 9th. Everyone that participated was the Miss Señorita Puerto Rico. You just seen Xiomara Rodriguez, Condesa Isamarie Rio, as well as other girls who were unable to attend today, but their names are Reina Juvenil, Erika Sanchez, Princesa Juvenil, Alika Caban, Reina Cinderella, Erika Lee Negron, Princesa Cinderella, Ana Cristina Rodríguez, Condesa Cinderella, Elsie Marie Bermúdez, y infantil, Reina Infantil, Juliani Rivera, y Princesa Infantil, Adriana Rodríguez.
Oh, so you had a big court. That's
Yes,
a very
I
big court.
do.
That's good. You got a lot of participation, and
I got a lot of beautiful girls.
and they all they have a good time. And I know I serve as a judge a couple of occasions, and it's a great event. It's a nice family tradition, and something that it has been a tradition for the parade for how many years?
48 years.
48 years. So mucho tiempo.
Mucho tiempo.
Mucho tiempo. Leoneris, I know that you've been involved with the parade and festival for many, many years. Tell me a little bit about what's new for this year and basically, the tradition you're still keeping alive.
Well, this year we are celebrating 48 years in Vineland. We had the culture continue to celebrate to show the kids, our kids, how important it is to be celebrated culture. Puerto Rican cultures.
And I know that one of your other daughters is also heading up the Youth Day, right?
The Youth Day,
Yes,
yes.
she-
Marilyn, my daughter, she's in charge on Youth Day. That's Thursday, 23rd. That's from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
As well as teen night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
So you have a youth and then you have a teen
Yes,
night as
because
well.
at first it was just a teen night, and starting last year we decided to emphasize on the kids as well.
And that's important to try to get the youth involved from the very little to the teens
Yeah.
engaged. And tell me a little bit about, I know that this has been not always easy over the 48 years history of the event. It's been in the Landis Park for a long time, and it's going to continue to be in the same place?
Well, they started in there, I think, 1968 in Landis Park, and we still there continuous. And I believe we're going to celebrate the 50th year in 2017. That's
In the park?
in the park.
In the same area?
In the same area. And we have this year, we have visited from Mexico City. We're going to celebrate Latino Days, to flag raising all Latinos Saturday, 21st. That's in Landis Junior High School at 1 p.m. And then from there, we go to the Landis Park. And we have a lot of activity. We had a rides, and we had a lot of activity in the Landis Park.
Now, you mentioned some of the events. Just run through some of the events you're having. Obviously, the pageant was the 19th of last month. The gala is this month,
This
Yeah, it's July 18th.
July 18th.
July 18th.
And we're honoring a few of our community members.
And
Very good. I had the distinction of joining you for a couple of years there, and appreciated being honored in one of those events. Tell me, the 19th is also the
The
flag
flag
race.
raising ceremony that's in front of the city hall in Bailan, from the Casa Alcaldía in Bailan. And then Monday we had the flag raising ceremony in Millville, New Jersey, in front of the city hall. And then at 5 o'clock we had the flag raising ceremony in Bristol, New Jersey, in front of the courthouse.
And then you said Latinos Days, that's the 25th?
And
Yeah,
then,
that's Saturday the 25th. That's also important because not only as Puerto Ricans we want to celebrate, but we want to celebrate every culture. So we're bringing a Mexican group, La Danza. They're coming from Oaxaca, Mexico, and we have other things going on for other Latin heritage as well.
And that's important. I know that my dad came from Puerto Rico as an immigrant to work the fields, and one of the places he worked was Violin, New Jersey.
Violin, New
So a lot of Puerto Ricanos came to work here. They immigrated here. They started families here. I'm sure that's what happened in your case from your family as
Yes.
well. But over the years, we've seen other cultures, from Latin America and Mexico come and play the same role in working in the agricultural fields.
Which is why the flag raising is so important because, like you said, he walked by the city hall one day and the flag wasn't raised, and he felt like that shouldn't be like that. We should be celebrated, and he's been doing it for 38 years, raising the flag. So.
And the good thing is that the whole family is participating. You and your sister and yourselves, and mom too is involved. And mom was president for a while as well. So the parade, festival and parade, is taking place July the 26th, 1 p.m. You're gonna start, and it's gonna start where?
and from the Sears, that's between Desi Drive and West Landis.
Okay, so Sears right there with West
That's
Landis
where
and
we
Landis.
line up.
Okay.
We continue down the Landis Avenue up until 7th Street, and then we end at the park. Landis Park is where the parade will end at, and that's where we'll continue our celebrations, which is our last day of the festival.
And then over there at the park, you'll have food
music,
vendors.
food vendors.
Hay arroz con gandules,
Hay
¿verdad?
arroz con gandules, hay pasteles.
Pasteles, todas las frituras, right? So there's a good richness of Puerto Rican culture and food there, and the entertainment. So anything special you're doing for entertainment?
Yeah, we had, and I think we have from Puerto Rico, we have Julio Cesar Sanabria. That's Saturday, 8 o'clock in the Landis Park. We have the culture music.
Es que es un salsero o así.
Es un trova and salsa.
Oh, okay. It sounds like a very good event, and we look forward to it. It's a family event, so come out, and it's free, correct?
Yes,
free.
So it's free. You only
yeah.
got to pay for the food, but
Yeah.
everything else.
But the food is very worth the
And the
money.
ride.
Yeah, and the ride.
Oh, that's right. That's right for the
ride.
kids'
But
entertainment
it's
for the
very
kids.
friendly. I've grew up into it. We are definitely invite everybody.
Well,
to join
thank you
us.
for sharing this information. I look forward to participating, and much success. And I look forward to the 50th.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining us at home once again here on Latino Motion.
Choose quality, value, distinction. Choose Stockton.
Funding for Latino Motion is provided by Atlanticare, healthcare you can believe in. Atlantic City Electric, energy for a changing world. And South Jersey Gas.